Hello everybody and welcome to Train Simulator. So we're currently being held just outside Prestatyn in the class 175 today. So while we're waiting for the signal to change, windscreen wipers on because it's a little bit rainy out there, typical Wales. Instrument lighting. Right, okay, while I'm having a little nose around the cab here, we are on the North Wales coastline, Crewe to Holyhead. And if you already own the original Crewe to Crewe blah blah blah, can't get my words out. Start again. If you already own the original North Wales coastline, Crewe to Holyhead, you may be saying, what's the difference? Why do I need to go buy this one? Well, you don't. It's a free upgrade if you already own the original. Let's get that sorted right at the beginning of the video. This is if you already own the original DLC, North Wales coastline, Crewe to Holyhead. This is a free upgrade. Let's just make that perfectly clear. Now, I couldn't have made that more clearer. It's a free upgrade if you already own the original North Wales coastline, Crewe to Holyhead. Have you been paying attention? Do you get it? And the difference is you get the Avanti and TfW branded trains in this one. Yes, the horn does work. Everybody always wants to know, what's the horn sound like? So the difference is you get the Avanti and the TfW branded trains and a whole load of new scenarios. I think basically the original one, I think the licensing ran out, didn't it? On the liveries. So basically, I think they've just updated it with new liveries, the Avanti and TfW branded liveries. So I presume the old one is no longer on sale, is it? This is the updated version. I think that's about right, isn't it? I don't know. Go check out yourself in the Steam store. I don't get any other information other than what I see on the Steam store, but I think that's I may have summed it up nicely there. I don't know. Anyway, we're away. Let's play Train Simulator. So we've got the typical Welsh weather here. A little bit of rain. So we're on our way to Llandudno Junction, platform 4, or should I call it Llandudno? Llandudno. That sounds Scottish. Llandudno. Somebody told me off because I'm from Staffordshire, Stoke-on-Trent. Yeah, somebody has to live there, unfortunately, and it's me. And we always call Llandudno, but somebody pulled me up on it and said you shouldn't be calling it Llandudno. It was Llandudno or something like that. Llandudno. I don't know. The Welsh have some really difficult pronunciations, and it's a real difficult language to learn. But I always call it Llandudno, but it may be called Llandudno or something like that. Anyway, that's where we're off to. But regardless of how things are pronounced in Wales, it is a beautiful place, not only to live, but to visit. speed board there indicating 75 miles an hour drive on. This is one line in Train Simulator that I never tire of. I always come back and have a drive on it. I do enjoy this line. I wish it would come to Train Sim World too. So we are approaching Rill. I think this is Rill Station. I have been on this station in real life, but not for a very, very long time. We're not stopping here. Nobody wants to stop at Rill nowadays, though, do they? Oh, you can't say that, Wobbles. You can't say that. Edit that bit out. Might offend someone. No, it's a very nice place, Rill is actually. It's a lovely place. I've walked up and down the seafront here in Rill many a time, and it's had an awful lot of money pumped into it on the seafront. It has changed. The original fair, which used to be, we've gone past it now because this is the estuary here. And, oh no, this is the big lake just on the right hand side there, the big lake, and then we'll go over a bridge which goes over the estuary. Yeah, this is going over the estuary. There used to be a big fair there many years ago, or a few years ago, but they moved it down Towing now, haven't they? But yes, it's not a bad place. Not a bad place for a little stroll up the promenade. Is Rill. Now from right, this bridge here has got a real nasty turn on it in real life up the top there when you drive over it, quite sharp. And all the caravans are down here, and on the right hand side I believe that to be Golden Sands holiday camp. I have frequented that quite often. In there. The trouble is, because I do sort of know this area quite well, I recognise all the little bits that they've missed out, but I also recognise the area from what's here. They haven't put the fair in down here, have they? They've missed that out when they did this route, because there's a little fair down here somewhere on the left hand side, and you cross over a bridge and down to the fair. I haven't noticed it anyway. Let's get my speed down. I'm just speeding. The seawall is correct, or near as. You can pick the area off. It's you recognise the area instantly from what they've done, how it's been designed. And of course, for the majority of players, you just wouldn't notice them little things that are missing. But I never get tired of this line, never get tired of it. That'll be the A55 on the left hand side. The railway runs parallel to the A55. Nice view of the sea. By God, makes me want to take a trip out to Wales, it does. Well, we should be seeing a speed board because we're approaching 75 miles an hour speed restriction. There's this it on left hand side driver. There we go. There's a speed board, 75 miles an hour. Through the tunnel. I once worked for a company where I used to drive a truck over to Anglesey on a regular basis, and I used to love that route. I used to love doing that. I'd take my time, I'd be in no rush, just looking at the scenery, plodding along. It was great. I never wanted to come back. Yeah. Company over in Anglesey. I wonder if it's still there. Power on. 90 miles an hour we can go to now. If we can reach that speed, let's have a go. Are we on time? Am I going to be on time? Estimated time of arrival 10:37. It's now 10:34. My trains very often run late in these train games, so I don't know if I'm going to be on time. We haven't got far to go though. Doesn't look as though we are going to get it up to 90 miles an hour. Back it down a little bit because we are approaching a speed restriction, and we should be seeing a speed board on the left hand side which will tell us 75 miles an hour, driver. So there it is, just on the left hand side, just past the signal there. 75 miles an hour, driver, and we will be approaching another speed board which is just on the left hand side again, which should say 50. And if you never played this game and you're thinking, how do you know that, Wobbles? You know the line well. I've got that little alp icon scrolling along on the hood that I put up on the bottom. That's how I know. There we go, there's the board, just past it. We're coming into the station, and oh, press that button, turn that off. It looks like it's going to be tight. 10:37, it's now 10:36. So yeah, it looks like I'm on time. Not bad. Probably been speeding though, a lot of over speeding. Let's see, all the few passengers there. The chappie's walking along in his t-shirt in the rain. Right, where do we stop? Is there an allocated board saying where we should stop? Do we stop at the end of the station? It's only a short train, isn't it? I expect the passengers have got a long walk now to actually get on the train if they stop up here. I like the brakes. Right, open the doors. See if we can see the passengers. I've stopped right at the end of the station. Yeah, they're all walking up down there, can you see? They've all got walk up. They're getting in the bottom carriage down there at the bottom. Oh, jolly good, jolly good. Right, off we go. We've got this drizzle, haven't we? This little bit of rain. It's quite clear sky. We've got a little bit of rain. Next stop, Bangor. Bangor, platform 2. There's a song about Bangor. Didn't we have a lovely time? I can't remember it being such a short track down to this castle. So I presume this is Conwy Castle. And what a magnificent castle it is, and it's absolutely fantastic being on a train actually seeing this side of the castle. I've done it once and it was brilliant. I presume this is Conwy Castle. I can see the car parking just on the left down there. It looks a little bit like Conwy Castle parking. Not 100% accurate because I parked my car down there. And this will be Conwy Castle. This will be Conwy Station. Now that does look pretty accurate actually. That looks pretty good. That does. But Conwy Castle, it's... If you ever go to Conwy and you can afford to go into that castle because it is quite expensive, it's worth going in if only you can go in just once and have a read of the history of it and have a walk round. It's got some magnificent views from up there. I've only been in the once. It was quite expensive when I last went, but I've never been in, and I thought, break the piggy bank and let's go in there, wobbles, and have a look around. And yeah, it was fantastic. I did come downhill afterwards though, because as I crossed over the drawbridge, somebody came the other way and sneezed, and they sneezed all over me, and that sort of ruined the next couple of days because I came down really ill with a bad cold. Yeah, I felt like chucking him over the over the castle wall. I don't know, some people, they just haven't got manners. So we're on his way to Bangor. So just remember, regarding this this DLC, if you've got the original, there's no need to go and buy this because you've already got it. It's like a free upgrade with the Avanti TfW branded liveries, and I presume they're all new. I'm not checked, but I presume they are all new scenarios, and there's quite a lot of them. But obviously if you haven't got the original, you're going to be buying this, and this is going to be your first time playing it. And if that's the case, it's quite a nice, well, it's a nice line. It's one I never get tired of. I always come back and have a go of it. It's one of my favourites, the North Wales coastal line. So, very important, if you've got the original, don't buy it because it's you've already got it. It's a free upgrade. Maybe there'll be a lot of footage of this line going up on YouTube, and you may think it's a new line. You may go out and purchase it, but check in your Train Simulator games library if you have already got it before you go and purchase this, else you might be purchasing something you've already got. It's an upgrade with the new liveries and a lot more scenarios. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I think the old one was taken from removed. What's the old one removed from sale? It must have been because they took the liveries out of it, didn't they? Or did they leave it up for sale and you just didn't get them branded liveries which the licence ran out? Was it Virgin? Was it the Virgin livery? The Virgin trains that the licensing expired on? I can't remember now. But anyway, go and check before you buy it, because you may already have this. Are these the... I just recognise this area. Very familiar. Not too sure if there was like little conveyor belts going over the line there. I'm not too sure. It just looked very, very familiar, that did. Because I know there's like a belt system that comes down from the mountain, and they, I believe they ferry, not ferry, but transport all the slate down the belt system. And there used to be a boat that used to come in, and there's a little pier, and the boat would come in, and they would, I think they put all the slate onto the boats from the quarries. And I think I've just gone past it, I'm not too sure. It looked really familiar, that did. Without me rewinding, well, I can't rewind, can I? Without me, I can when the video's done. Without me looking at the video again, I can't, I don't know, I'm unsure, but it looked dead familiar, that did, back then. Which it would do, because I've been here loads of times. Will we get it up to 90 miles per hour this time? So for the majority of us, this will be a free upgrade sort of thing. A freebie with the new liveries. But if you're purchasing North Wales Coastal for the very first time, well, this is what you get. And yeah, I can recommend this line, because it's a nice line, nice and scenic, plenty to look at. I often find myself looking at the scenery more than actually driving the train when I drive this line. I didn't get it up to 90 miles an hour, did I? Coming up to a speed restriction of 75 miles an hour. We should see a speed board just past this signal here on the left hand side with 75 on it. That indicates that you need to slow down to 75 miles an hour, just in case you don't know anything about the speed boards. That's what they are. So we're now within the speed limit. Can I turn this windscreen wiper off? Switch it off. There we go. It's stopped raining now. Just in case you don't know, that sign we just went past with the big W on is called a whistle board. Blow your whistle, driver. I know nothing about trains. Everything I'm learning about trains is through playing these games. There's a lot of die-hard train enthusiasts though who play these games, and they know everything about them. I find that quite remarkable. I just like playing the games. Right, Bangor Station should be just the other side of this tunnel here. I think this is quite a long tunnel. Or maybe not. Oh, there's two of them. There's another tunnel up ahead. That's why I thought it was a long tunnel. There's two tunnels. .50-mile-an-hour speed restriction. I think from the left-hand side track. I think, which is us, I think, isn't it? I think that must be us, I think. Starts slowing the train down. I thought there was a long tunnel here, but there's a series of 3 tunnels, I think it was. I've not counted them. Was it 3 tunnels here? I was thinking it was one great big tunnel, but no, series of 3 tunnels. And Bangor Station is just on the other side of this tunnel. .10:54. It says Bangor platform 2 at 10:54. So I presume that's our time that we should get there, is it? We're on 10:51 or 10:52 shortly. So hopefully I will be on time. I always love how the stations look in Train Simulator. Was he checking his watch then? I'll stop at the end of the station. He's checking, look, they're all checking the watches. Look at them checking the watches. I've never thought that. I've thought about that before, but I suppose as a train driver, you're sitting up front here, you see that all the time. It must be one of the first things you see as you roll up in the station. All the passengers checking their watches. Is he on time? Is he on time? Oh, he's late. 3 minutes late, Doreen. He's late. Right, anyway, let's load the passengers up. Oh, it's raining again. Nice blue sky though, with just a little bit of cloud. But it's we've got a little bit of drizzle today in Wales. Right, I hope we can get this up to some speed shortly, because it's going to be a long journey otherwise to Holyhead, which I presume is that's going to be the final stop. You can't go any further than Holyhead, can you? Not unless your train floats in the Irish Sea. So we've got to stop. It's Holyhead, obviously. We can't go any further. 40 miles an hour down here. Slow, slow, slow. And this is the reason why here, look. Just how the line goes there. I presume that's why we got that speed restriction. And this corner possibly. Don't want to go along there at high speed, else we may derail. I enjoy going across this bit. Look, it looks fantastic just going under here. A lot of history regarding the build of this bridge, if I've got the right bridge. There's a lot of history regarding that. There's a speed board on the left hand side, which will say 75 miles an hour. And once the back end of the train has passed that speed board, we can put his foot down. There we go. Right, let's plod on. Hopefully now we can just carry on at 75 miles an hour or thereabouts all the way to Holyhead now, I think. I don't know why I'm accelerating. I'm not concentrating. It's just, you're in a 60 mile an hour speed zone drive. Right, reducing speed. Total lapse of concentration there from me. I was just sitting and looking at the scenery through the window. That's what I was doing. very often do that on the train games, is just look through the window at the scenery. I'm the same on the other games, Euro Truck I do. I end up looking at all the scenery, and particularly Flight Simulator. If I'm low enough, that is. It must be so difficult being a real train driver, because you've got to have an exceedingly high degree of concentration. There's no room for error. Well, as you can see, if you've never been along this line before, it is a long line. And we started off at Prestatyn. It actually runs, I think this line, it runs from Crewe to Holyhead, doesn't it? That's why it's called North Wales Coastline, Crewe to Holyhead wobbles. So we started off at Prestatyn, and we must have been running for nearly an hour now. So you can just see how long this line is. By gum, it's a good job we didn't start at Crewe. So 11:12 estimated time, or the time we should be there, is 11:21. We have done, or should I say, I have done some over speeding because I've been admiring the view through the window. It's quite scenic, quite a scenic route. I like that station, I like it. So we are beginning to slow down now for our approach into Holyhead platform 2. Coming into a 15 miles per hour speed restriction as we begin our approach. Sound like a pilot. Oh dear. So rather slowly into Holyhead station. As we come to the end, or near the end of the video, just remember this is a if you have got the original original line, North Wales coastline, Crewe to Holyhead. Oh, the game's paused. Oh no, not right at the end. What's going on here? Am I still recording? I hope so. Or has the game crashed? Massive pause. What's going on here? Let's just oh no, I can still, let's just pause the oh there you go. What going on there? What's that all about? I don't know what happened there, but what was I saying? If you have got the original North Wales coast line, Crewe to Holyhead, then this is basically just a free upgrade with liveries, and that's what it is. But if you haven't got it, then I'm sure you can appreciate just how long this line is, for how long I've been doing this video for. We started off at Prestatyn. It does run from Crewe to Holyhead and Holyhead to Crewe, with all the stations in between, with the updated liveries, should I say, I tried to say. That must be a train wash just on the right hand side there, opposite the signal box, I presume, or a work shed. Looks like you've got refuelling tankers there as well, just on the right as we go past. You can't see them now anyway. It's a real slow approach coming into this station, but I presume, you know, it is a dead end, isn't it, here? Don't think it goes any further. Well, you can't, can you? Unless you get on a ferry. You turn around. So if you're still here at this point, all the usual YouTube stuff, thanks for watching and all that lot. Smack the like button, leave a comment, as they all do, not very often. Oh dear. Was he checking his watch as well? He was, wasn't he? Look how these ladies walk. They all like showing the legs, don't they? They've all got like, the skirts are all well above the knee line there. Right, oh look at that trolley that's sort of been dumped on the, off the station onto the, near the line there. Who's left that trolley there? Need a little bit of tidying up on this station. See the trolley? Can we get in this station? Can I get in there? How do I get in to see my train? Let's just swing it round here. Maybe just go through here. Ah, there we go. Try to get a better camera angle. Well, that's about it for today's video. You've been watching me, or listening to me, the Wobbly Captain, and we've just done a little go on the North Wales coastline, Crewe to Holyhead, but we started off at Prestatyn to Holyhead. We actually did. Free upgrade if you've already got this. If you've got the original, it's just a free upgrade with the new liveries. If you haven't got it, if you haven't got the Crewe to Holyhead line, I can highly recommend it. That's my overspeeding there, installing workshop items. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching, chaps. See you all again in another video, maybe real soon.